Hello everybody, this is Bugsy. Hope you enjoyed the content I've been getting you. Yeah, I wanted to do the Simpson the Cat thing because, well, remember kids, it's my channel, I can do whatever I want. I feel like I gotta freaking say that because, like, in light of what happened this week. Okay, let me just explain to you guys. Like, my channel is the My channel is the instant of the my channel is the extension of myself. Of everything I want to do. So if I want to talk about Dark Plots and Sonic, I can do that. If I want to talk about a comic, I can do that. If I want to talk about games, I can do that. If I want to talk about movies, I can do that. If I want to make comedy skits, I can do that. If I want to make audio dramas, I can do that. My channel is like a jack of all trades sort of thing because I'm always trying different things. I feel like I gotta explain that because let's just say this week and the week prior, let's just say it started this whole thing with me and this other person, and I feel like I need to explain my own channel because I feel like people don't understand. Because if this person didn't understand it, some people won't. So I gotta freaking explain myself. Remember, my channel can do whatever. It's not a gaming channel. It's not just a comedy channel. It's anything I want it to be. You know? You guys need to understand. I want a lot of you to understand that, first and foremost. And seriously though, like I always say, kids, watch my videos all the way to the end before you dislike it. Well, some of you will probably just do it anyway. But I'm saying for the ones that actually want to listen to what I have to say and rather not just look at this video for a minute and then just turn away from it because you didn't like my voice. No, some people have literally said they don't like my voice. And I'm like, I don't know what's wrong with my voice you don't like. But hey, whatever. I want to just say, guys, if you're going to be on the internet, really, you need to toughen up. Because people will always, more often than not, make fun of you for what you do. Or make you feel bad for what you do. Hell, a lot of freaking Sonic fans made me feel bad that I even liked Sonic Forces. I didn't let it get to me at first. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't let it get to me, and a lot of stuff doesn't. This time it did because I feel like this is like the first time Sonic Team attempted to do something along the lines of Sat AM. I felt it needed to be encouraged because if we encourage it and we actually get, because I felt if we encourage it and we tell them what's wrong with the game, maybe they might want to make more. You know. And I deal with a whole bunch of trolls and idiots and people who think that they know Sonic. But they do know Sonic, but they don't know the aspect of Sonic that I always talk about, which is the darker side of Sonic. Not too dark, I'm not saying Sonic does coke and then passes out in an alley. Nothing like that. But the stuff that Sam and the Fleetway comics did. That's the skeleton.
I don't know.
That's the skeleton of Sonic Freedom Fighters, everybody. Both of these different but yet the same Sonic continuities mixed together in one show. That's my whole goal. And being the fact that a lot of people don't think Sonic can be dark. Because they either haven't seen SAM or don't want to see it. But in a way, I want to show people that yeah, Sonic can have its lighter side, but it can also be pretty dark too. You can have both. You just gotta balance them well. You can't have Sonic 2. You can't have Sonic.
Hit that one.
You can't have. Honey, you cool?
I am trying to jump.
Okay. Anyways,
Like Sonic
Anne's playing Sonic Generations at her place. I'm just recording from my place, just doing my thing. Anyways, you can't have
jump.
Sonic. The thing is, you can't have Sonic 2, hopeful like he was when he was tortured for 6 weeks in Sonic Forces. Yeah, I mean, I love Sonic Forces, but yeah, that whole fact that Sonic got tortured and nothing really happened out of it. We didn't see him beat up. We didn't see him shaking out of. We didn't see him shaking. But then again, with this Sonic, I feel like any trauma he may have, he blocks it out of his mind. Like he shuffles it so far to the side. Yeah, we see hints of Sonic being a little bit more aggressive. We actually see him actually punching and kicking. But the thing about Sonic is, I think he just denies that anything bad happened to him in this. Yeah, like I said, he gets a little bit more aggressive, but that's it. See, but if I was writing it, we would see a battered, beaten Sonic. Not a Sonic that's like completely insane, but a Sonic. As soon as Zavik like lets him out and the cuffs kind of get off of him, which they didn't even explain, I would say the cuffs are kind of linked to the power grid or something that would make more sense. But Sonic would be like, "All right, Zavik, let's go." See how I do see, like, do you understand the tone that I'm kind of setting? It's kind of a hesitant Sonic, more than a, "Oh yeah, let's go." Yeah, like that. More than that. That's the thing. That's the thing I write about Sonic. Like Sonic in Sonic Freedom Fighters, he starts out as cocky as he starts out as very cocky and sure of himself. But as he starts to really get into this war with Robotnik, that kind of fades a little bit. He's still hopeful. He's still like, yeah, I'm way past school, but he has a little bit of a sad, you can almost say kind of a depressed side to himself that he doesn't show. That's the kind of thing I feel like. That's the kind of thing I feel like Sonic should have, and that's the kind of thing I think he should have had in Sonic Forces. I mean, they dropped the ball that Tails is insane. When they say Tails has lost it, and I feel like they could have done more with that. Let's say Tails at his freaking workshop, if it still exists, and you go and like, we just see him like in his workshop, distraught, literally distraught that Sonic is gone. We see it visibly on his face. He's like he has a wrench. He's trying to work on something, but he can't. Because the moment he starts thinking about Sonic, he drops that wrench and he just starts bawling uncontrollably. He just starts freaking crying his eyes out. He starts he literally starts to just basically lose it. I feel like that's the reason why he was like, when he saw Chaos, he was like, Sonic, help me! Because he lost his confidence the moment Sonic got beat the fuck up. That's what they were trying to convey. But not a lot of people caught on to that, and there should have been a lot more to it than just that one scene with Tails and Omega. Again, I love this game for everything that it did. So So don't get twisted. Don't think I just flip flop because no, I still love the game because they didn't have to do any of this. They didn't have to do any of this, but they did anyway. But that's the thing. That's the thing. And I'm calling this video Bugsy Explains. I was talking about my channel, now I'm talking about why I defend Sonic. So no one gets confused. For those of you still kind of confused about my dark plot video, some of you aren't. I know a few people are. It was more of the defense of Sonic having dark plots. Because a lot of people say that dark plots in Sonic shouldn't exist. I'm like, and then I go, comics, Sad AM, Sonic Adventure 2, and but Fleetway kind of fits with the comics. So basically three pieces of Sonic media that does dark storytelling in Sonic. Three things that kind of help that hold up my argument. Yes, we can say that Sonic Sad AM wasn't really the greatest. Well, not we can say that Sonic Sad AM initially when it first came out wasn't really the best thing, but it did get a season 2, and nowadays it's touted as a cult classic to a lot of people. So people do like Sonic AM, and there's a lot of people who can quote lines and freaking who still draw like fan art. And I'm talking about like the good fan art that kind of looks like it kind of looks like it could be like TV quality, like it could be ripped out of a supposed new episode of Sonic Sad AM. We got fans fused united for Sad AM who love Sonic Sad AM and the way it's told. We had the Archie comics before the Genesis wave, which was the longest running comic. We had people who really, really fucking love Sonic Adventure 2 until like certain reviewers made people change their minds. It's the internet. I'm not really mad about that. But people liked it.
Everyone changes their mind when shitty things comes out. After all, it's all part of the freaking narrative.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, three things in Sonic Media. Three things.
Following narrative.
Three things in Sonic Media holding up my argument. Not movie, cartoon, comic, game. All these things that people like. And I know you're probably saying to yourself, well, dark plots are not really what I want. And I can understand that. You're probably used to just Sonic being do 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 being bright and colorful and all that jazz. But I like Sonic where we can have it both ways. But I don't want one to overshadow the other. Because you can have Sonic be jokey in a kind of serious situation to kind of break the tension. I feel like that's what they were trying to do with Forces as well. But the way they went about it should have been, after Sonic got tortured, he doesn't feel like himself. But he starts seeing all the people that got hurt by Robotnik. And he says to himself, I can't spend all day feeling sorry for myself. The people need a hero, and that's me. So I gotta at least try to put on a brave face for at least for them. That, and even though Sonic is jokey, he does feel the weight of what Eggman did to him. That's the thing. That's the thing. That's the ticket. And I know not a lot of you get it, and I'm not expecting you all to. It to me, I could be talking like I just I realized for some of you it's like I'm talking in Greek. You don't know what the fuck I'm saying, but you know I'm saying it. Me, I just feel like see we're at like kind of a shift with Sonic right now when it comes to the modern games. We're at a shift. And the very it's very mixed with Sonic forces. And I feel like we can make both camps happy if we just try. And yeah, maybe even though I don't think the adventure formula kind of doesn't exist because they say like it's like open and stuff. I just feel like we should do a straight up open world Sonic game at this point. Not a hub, a straight up open world Sonic game where you can go wherever you want. See where that goes. Oh yeah, instead of like, how we did 2 Sonic games, how about we give Silver a game for Christ's sakes? Shadow got one, Knuckles has one, Tails has 2. Let's give Silver a game for Christ's sakes. Because I feel like Silver is the most underutilized Sonic character in existence that's in the current line of games. Because really, we don't, in the games, we know shit, we know fuck all about Silver, really. We don't know, we don't know if Silver, we don't know if Silver basically we don't know nothing about Silver's past. We know he's in a doomed future, but do we know if that doomed future still exists? What's going on with that? Is Eggman Nega now in the doomed future? Is he the one since Iblis is not there anymore? Is he the one who caused it now since Iblis is not there? A lot of questions we don't know about Silver, which I feel like need to be answered. Again, I'm a guy who likes to ask questions. Even when most of you didn't want to ask questions about Sonic Forces, I did. Because I feel like we need to think. We need to actually answer, the bigger question. That's the real point of this video. Me explaining stuff and posing you some questions. See, I'm just a guy who writes Sonic fan stuff and other fan stuff. I'm not a paid Sonic writer or anything. All I have is a good idea of how I think Sonic should be going forward. I don't think that I know it all.
I'm dead.
I don't think that I know it all.
Dead.
But
Dead. Okay. I get it.
Honey, baby, you mind muting yourself so I can finish? Or not mute?
I'm smart. I'm not an idiot. Okay. Fuck you too. I did it.
Hey, hon, you mind muting yourself so I can finish?
I want to suck you too. Love you too, honey. Hang on. I can do it. Do that again.
Honey, could you mute yourself a little bit while I do this?
Oops. Oh my God. I'll leave. I am sorry. I am in the middle of this game and I am having a hard time with this level.
Which one you having a hard time with, by the way?
Levitating with tails.
Uh, Trust me, you'll
It's
get the hang of it. It's not that hard.
it's figuring out the mechanics. I'll mute. I
Uh,
am so sorry. Gomenasai.
God, I love her. Anyways, let's keep going. So, I lost my train of thought. All I'm saying is I feel like Sonic should go in this direction. I feel like we can't do any more of these, these lighthearted stories like we did with, Sonic Colors and freaking the Deadly Six. If we're gonna do dark stories in Sonic, we have you know the writers, the game developers, y'all have to commit to that. You can't do a half-hearted thing where it's kind of dark and kind of light. You know, I mean, like I'm not trying to say that. I'm not trying to say that I really truly hate Sonic Forces. I still love it, but there are things that I just feel are kind of that could have gotten fixed. And please, Sonic Team, I gotta be honest with you. You can't have classic Sonic in every freaking modern game. He has Mania now, and he could and if Sega feels like they need to, they can do another freaking classic Sonic game. The thing I feel like we all need to really accomplish here, instead of just forcing classic Sonic into the game, because let me just say, my tie-in story kind of gives a reason why classic Sonic is here, and it kind of goes into the real reason of the Phantom Ruby, because I'm gonna give it a reason. But like I said, you can't just shoehorn classic Sonic and expect big money. I feel like classic Sonic could have not been in the game, and everything could have been fine. Heck, more custom stages with the custom character, please. Would have been nice. I don't know, because they keep saying there's more DLC planned, so maybe there's more to Sonic Forces than I'm currently seeing. I got this little thing from Sega Bits, which was like a thing that said they do plan to have more DLC after the game's initial release. So maybe next year we're gonna see more stuff. Who knows? I don't know. I don't think it's technically over, but who knows? I don't know. You guys know. You guys know one thing. I really, and on an unrelated note, before I get into the next topic, I love my girlfriend. Seriously, I do. Anyways, like I said. Anyways, like I said, I feel like I feel like there was a greater potential that Sonic Forces kind of got a little bit, like it almost was really there. I feel like Infinite as a character should have had more of a reason. I always say like, oh, Infinite acts like Superboy Prime, but really, Superboy Prime's actual motivations for wanting to kill the mainline DC universe was always because his world got destroyed. His world got destroyed, and he got to see how the heroes of the main DC universe got more darker. So he had a reason, even though to me Superboy Prime will always be a little bitch, but that's just me. That's how I'll always see him. But he kind of gets that whole Superboy Prime thing, like they're ruining it. And freaking Shadow calls him weak, and he goes like, "I'm not weak. I'm not weak." Well, I'm like, motherfucker, you went up against the ultimate life form. I don't care how fucking powerful you think you are. The only reason you're even strong is because of the Phantom Ruby. Shadow was biologically engineered. That's the thing. I felt like maybe if he had a little bit more of a connection to Sonic, because most of his fights are really with Sonic and your custom character. Maybe maybe Infinite could have been a guy who idolized Sonic when he was younger, but Sonic turned him away. And yeah, you're probably like, Bugsy, wouldn't he just be like Syndrome? Yeah, but let me finish. But maybe by, and maybe he's had some sort of resentment towards Sonic, and maybe when Shadow does call him weak because he thinks that Sonic thought of him as weak, maybe that could have been the straw that broke the camel's back, so to speak. You know, maybe we would have been, and maybe we'd see what Infinite was like more than a comic. What Infinite was like before then, before before he was Infinite. Let's see what he was. We know that his group were a bunch of mercenaries, but we don't know how they really interacted off each other than a few panels. Let's see more of Infinite before he became, Infinite. That's what I would like to see. And the one thing that was very misleading was like Eggman was like, I've been having this plan. Every time I defeated you, Sonic. Every time you defeated me, Sonic. But this plan, I pour all of my hatred from each defeat into this plan. And it could have been a lot more. It could have been a lot more like let's take Infinite out of the equation for a minute. What if Eggman literally made actually made like his version of Shadow? And this didn't even have to be another hedgehog, but like if he did have to make another hedgehog, I would want it to be this game's version of Scourge, like an actual evil Sonic, which is actually the polar opposite of Sonic. Like, Shadow to me is not the polar opposite of Sonic. He's just a like, to me, Shadow is not like a polar opposite of Sonic, but I feel like we could have a hedgehog that was kind of like Scourge that was technically the polar opposite of Sonic. That could have happened. Or, if we wanted to be real, let's say we can bring back, let's say we can actually have trolls, let's say if we can actually have Nagus in this game, right? And he kind of allies himself with a certain troll. Now this could happen. Now this could happen either because he's like, let's say, let's say, let's keep the Phantom Ruby in this though. Let's say, let's say, freaking Eggman was, fucking around with the Phantom Ruby, making Eggman land and all this other shit, right? But then Eggman accidentally opens null space, right? And then and like an old haggard troll comes out like, I'm finally free. And that could have been Axis Nagus or Walter Nagus as the freaking Archie comics called him, which I thought was really, really, really annoying. Sorry. But, Nagus comes out and Eggman basically promises him, help me destroy Sonic and I'll give you what you want. I'll give you what you want. And Nagus goes like, anything I want. What if, okay, what if he wanted What if this version of Nagas wanted the Chaos Emeralds? But not in the way we all think. What if he could actually literally use and absorb the power of the Chaos Emeralds? Kind of like how Eggman used it in his gigantic cannon. Because we never seen someone actually use the power of the Master Emerald unless to make super, other than making Super Emeralds or weaponizing the Master Emeralds. I want to see what would happen if the Master Emerald actually got, and some of the stuff I may be talking about maybe used in Sonic Freedom Fighters. You never know.
I just kicked Amy's ass.
God dang, hun, you scared the living crap out of me for a minute.
Sorry. I just wanted to say that because honestly, yeah, I just beat Amy.
You're freaking cute.
I'll go back to being mute because I tend to cuss, and I kind of did.
I don't care. I've been
It's
cussing.
Amy. I don't like her.
I love her anyways, guys. Well, what else? What else? Guys, I gotta start a reflex. So that just like came out of nowhere. But anyways, what else? What else do I got? I feel like there's a million different ways that I could use to make Sonic Forces better. And I'm just talking about my ideas. But I feel like Infinite as a character by himself, the way he is presented to us in the game, he could have been a lot more. You know, he could have been a lot more. Even though the thing I picked out for him is more like him being like Syntone. But I just didn't like the whole ultimate. You know, I I kind of liked it. Maybe it would have been better if we just didn't know anything about Infinite and we just kind of and it kind of just he kind of like and he was very like it was very very vague and that's just like that would have been Sega's way of saying hey we make your own conclusion with Infinite. We will never like a kind of Joker thing. Like let's say Eggman has been experimenting with Infinite for so long he doesn't even know who he really is. All he knows is that Eggman has been working on him for years and years and years. And this would have made Sonic even more like pissed off at Eggman. Like he would have been like he would have looked at Eggman as like, you did what? You did what, Eggman? That's sick, Eggman. That's sick. Even for you. Even for you, Eggman. Or maybe all right, here's another one. This is the last like suggestion I got for Infinite. Maybe this even would trigger like an actual Sonic and Robotnik origin story. Because who knows? It can go either way. Even though I kind of like what I'm writing now for the tie-in story, which kind of makes the way I'm writing Infinite, it's making him a lot more interesting. That's my kind of thing. I don't want him to just be like, oh, Shadow called him weak, so now he's super powerful and shit. No, I want there to be more than what there is. I'm still writing the first chapter, and I want to make sure everything is good before I basically start doing like the other chapters. So there's that. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? And I gotta say, for Sonic Team's first attempt at a dark plot, they didn't do half bad. And I mean, certain areas need to be fixed. but from what they actually tried to do, I still applaud them for it. I still feel like Satium fans and Archie fans could get some kind of joy out of it if if you really want to. I mean, you can also make Luke. Oh, that's one thing I didn't do. I didn't make a wolf character. Ooh, I'm gonna make Lupe. But I'm not even gonna. We're not gonna go into that right now. But it's gonna be fun. That's the thing about me. I'm having fun playing most of Sonic Forces over and over again. I don't know. I guess the fun is seeing what else you can do with Sonic Forces, how fast you can go, and what any other characters you can basically make, and how much how much clothing options can you really get? That's the thing you're trying to. That's the thing you really want to do. That's the thing you kind of want to do with this. Hmm. Basically, I feel like even though people are like, I don't like Sonic Forces, I feel like it's a waste opportunity, and then all this other stuff. I still have fun with it. I still have fun with it. I'm still playing it as we speak. I'm never gonna stop playing it because it's actually pretty fun. And now, my duckies, now my chaotic nation. We're gonna talk about the Avatar. And for a lot of you, you're probably gonna look at me and be like, Bugsy, what? You don't need to talk about the Avatar. I feel like the Avatar is like one of Sonic Force's best features. Not only do we not only do we make characters and they have roles in the story, but it's pretty fucking fun, man. It's pretty fucking fun. Having Wispons is fun, even though you're probably questioning how are you using Wispons and are the Wisp actually inside the Wispons, or are they just there, or they're just regular weapons that the Wispons can get into if you wanted some extra power. And what is the ammunition? What is the ammunition too? That's what I want to know. But like how are they weaponizing hyper go on energy from the Wispon without actually like extracting it from them? But I feel like the Avatar is not really that like people are like, it's a bad gimmick. I'm like, no, it's not a bad gimmick. It's actually pretty fun. Your character actually has a role in the story. You're actually having more fun. And I know some of you are like, well, Bugsy, not a lot of us are like you and not a lot of us are like you and like Sonic Forces for like the Avatar stuff. But for some people, they do. I feel like if we're gonna move forward with Sonic, we need longer levels. A lot of people are like, well, these levels are short, but I'm like, yeah, they're short, but I actually kind of liked all of them really. Except for freaking, except for like the final fortress and the fucking egg, the fucking like death egg chest pressure thing, which I'm actually still kind of wondering because the freaking Phantom Ruby was sentient, guys. What does that even mean? Oh my god! You know what? I'm gonna freaking like do something with that. Don't worry. But back to the Avatar. I feel like the Avatar system itself should be its own game. Like we should have like a spin-off title of Sonic Forces, or at least a sequel. Like half like what maybe like a spin-off sequel with your custom created character. It's kind of like an MMO, maybe, or just a sequel with the Avatar going through missions, doing more missions for the Resistance. Because even though that they stopped Robotnik, that doesn't mean another villain can't come in and do whatever. You know, and if we do that, that'd be like more interesting villains and stuff like that. I know a lot of people will probably cringe when they see Sonic Forces 2, but personally, I'd just be sitting there like, yes, the time has arrived, kiddies. Kalukalewali today is cabbages and like freaking like cabbages and kings. Personally, personally, I just feel like the the Avatar stuff. Like I feel like we should have actual like we get EXP, but we don't have like actual stats to the Avatar character. We don't have actual like stats for our characters. Like we should have like a speed, endurance, a ring, kind of like a ring thing, a ring. Like how many rings your character can hold was like and like just other abilities other than the ones that they give us, stuff like that. And you should be able to customize your Wisbon the way you want, like what buffs you really want on it. Because it's like kind of random when you get a Wisbon and you're like, okay, what kind of buffs can I get on this Wisbon? You're just sitting there going like, hmm, what kind of buffs can I get for this? But that's pretty much all I gotta say about like the Avatar. We need to change, and also last thing before I get out of here, we need to change the bosses. I'm tired of the same run. I'm tired of the same running to the bosses to beat the homing attack, and I think this should be the last game where we have that issue. This should be the last game where we have that issue, and they should be more original and more creative. Because I saw a few creative things for Sonic Extreme that I feel like they should actually try. I know not a lot of people like it when Sonic Team is a little bit more experimental, but I say that's where they're at their best, personally. Where everybody's like, oh, we need solid, we need everything to be solid and even and all this shit. I'm like, nah. What we need, what we honest to God need, is Sonic Team to be more experimental, and not fucking, and not harshly criticize it on the grounds that it's different than what we're used to. All I'm trying to say. But hey, that's just one dude's little opinion. You guys can do whatever you want with this video, but personally, that's all I have to say on the matter. We talked about dark plots. We talked about story elements. You guys even probably got a few hints from the tie-in story that I just kind of let slip. So basically, that's it. And I'll talk about more about Sonic stuff, or more about the comics, or more even about the Sonic movie some other time. But for now, but for now, old Bugsy is taking a break. Well, no, I'm not taking a break. But for now, I'll leave you with this thought. Why is it? Why is it that the rest of us can think about Sonic elements while the other half of you either just don't care or just play? Okay, why do you all think that Sonic doesn't need a story, and why do you think it doesn't need a serious story? While the rest of us actually like Sonic for its story, except for Sonic Lost World. That's all I really have to say. Bugsy out, and oh yeah, kids, keep it chaotic, will ya? This is Bugsy saying keep it chaotic. Sorry, trying new things. trying new ending things. Anyways, see you guys later. Oh yeah, and the ending card that I just put up on the screen that you're not gonna see because this is recorded before I put it up. There's one link. There's one link leading to the previous video, and there's another link showing you what YouTube wants you to look at from one of my videos. Check them out. You may like it. See you guys later. Bye, folks. Peace.